This Ukraine deal, I think, is a pretty good one. And that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So here's what it says. Ready? And I'm probably the only one going to tell you exactly what it says. The U.S. and Ukraine have agreed to establish an investment fund drawing money from as yet untapped seams of Ukraine's wealth of rare earth minerals. We're talking lithium, we're talking, a whole bunch of stuff that is in the Ukraine that they can't get out, but we could because we have much better technology, all right? Both countries would then use this fund to invest in Ukraine's reconstruction and security, okay? But the money that the minerals gather would not be used to pay back America's assistance, which is about what, $170 billion so far in our war, something like that? Okay, it would not be used for that. But that's a sleight of hand. Because all profits from the mineral extraction, and there would be billions of dollars in profits, would be split 50-50 between Kyiv and Washington. So money would be coming back into the U.S. Treasury. It's not a quid pro quo, it's not a payback, but we would be getting money, our Treasury, so that would, help defray the money we sent over there. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. And Zelensky is coming on Friday to sign it. But here's the most important part of the deal. And I mentioned this before. You have a situation where Putin is probably going to sign a ceasefire with Trump. But nobody trusts Putin. 6 months down the lane, he could say, and go back in. But if there's American structure in Ukraine, American workers, American security, American equipment, much harder for bad Vlad to do that. Because once he attacks U.S. interests, big. Okay, so now you have the scenario. I think that's a very fair assessment, by the way. If you disagree, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town. So the media's reaction was negative to the deal because everything Donald Trump does is bad. Here are the outlets that criticize Trump over the mineral deal. CNN, ABC News, New York Times, LA Times, MSNBC, Washington Post, Daily Mail, BBC, New York Post editorial board, Financial Times, and Forbes. That's just a partial list, okay? And I'll just play one far left crank. Go.
But the Trump alternative is a kind of almost gangsterism. I mean, today we've got this news about the mineral deal, right? Like, what's in it for me? What's in it for us? Give us your mineral, give us your treasure, or we won't protect you.
That's not what the deal says. So, I mean, look, I'll deal with MSNBC a little bit later on, but if you guys nobody's watching it, I understand. Now, on News Nation, there was a balanced approach. Go.
Suddenly, the United States has a stake in Ukraine surviving as a nation. And given that the war aim, repeatedly announced by Putin, is the extinguishment of the state of Ukraine, this might also be a win for Ukraine.
Of course it's a win for Ukraine. They're in business with us. Come on. So that's the way to report it fairly. I mean, you maybe it won't work out. Maybe Putin won't give a hoot. I don't know. But Trump is at least trying. Okay, he's playing a chess game with Putin. And that's the memo. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on X. Look for @Bill O'Reilly.